and it helps you have an appreciation of the endearing human spirit. One of the things that you pick up on when you travel, and for me it's probably one of the most important, is you get to learn a lot more about people. So you understand different cultures. So yes, I spoke about language, but different cultures, different mannerisms. You understand why some people come across as lacking a bit of confidence as opposed to others who are a lot more bolder. Even if you bring it home to South Africa, you know there's a difference between a white child and a black child. You know, white children are raised with affirmation to challenge. So when in the workplace they come across as a lot bolder and confident, whereas when you're young, you're taught not to speak back or to chat back or to look at an adult in the eyes, and you grow up with that and you take that with you in the workplace and you're actually on a back foot. So even cross-border, there's certain mannerisms that you pick up. I understand why someone from especially a less developed country than the one I'm in now is a lot more aggressive, is a lot more will, has a lot more fighting spirit because of the challenges and strife that they're in. They're in hectic climate where it's always hot. You really have little tolerance for any, basically. And you know what, you don't want anyone in your way because you're there to make a living so that you don't get back and go back to the strife and mess that you were in before, because you must make it. You've got a family that's depending on you, that's looking to you to help the situation at home. So I've got a better appreciation of that. Helps in building relationships, especially if you're a leader or someone who's looking to work with people. Because the biggest asset, I feel, yes, even with, I speak about engineering, there's machinery and whatnot, but it's nothing when you don't have a human spirit, if you don't have heart, and if you don't, as a leader, understand what drives people, what motivates people, what makes them satisfied, makes them happy, what makes them, what encourages them, what makes them tick. Because at the end of the day, we're living beings. Yes, technology is going towards automation, but at the end of the day, it's people that live and breathe this air. We're part of a community of lives and souls, of blood and bones walking around, and minds and spirits engaging on a constant basis. So it's important that we get to know and understand people a lot better. No individual made it far alone. And it helps you have an appreciation of the endearing human spirit. And for me, that's so priceless and so beautiful. One of the things that you get to pick up on when you travel is politics. So when you engage, especially with the locals, you get their perspective and their view around the politics in their country, how the politics drive the economy, how they drive culture, how they drive society, how they drive how well that country's doing or not. The educational systems, the infrastructure, the creation of jobs, the innovation, the technology, how they support, whether it's sports and recreation, whether they support entrepreneurship, where there's strength, whether it's within the government or it's within the people, or whether it's with private sectors and businesses. So you get to see the different drivers between the political parties as well. So it's important also to realize at what level our leaders are engaging at the game of politics that is being played, and how ultimately it will affect your country and affect you as well. When someone is in a position of political power, it doesn't only stay there in parliament or whatnot. It affects the future of your children. It affects the business that you might be working for. It affects the business that you might be owning. So that's why it's important that we're close to what the different drivers are, at what level our leaders are engaging, the deals that they're making, the coalitions and relationships that they're building. Because at the end of the day, it has a direct impact on you, your family, and possibly a future generation and your children as well.